Because you talk about flip the switch, right?
Yeah, that's correct. We created that back in 2018 when we were trying to build the entertainment and the baseball and collaborate both of those things. And so one of those mottos we came up with was flip the switch. Flip the switch in our environment means to go from the baseball to the entertainment, back to the baseball, back to the entertainment with the flip of a switch without the loss of enthusiasm or focus. And our guys have done a great job doing that so far over these last 5, 6 years.
It's a remarkable story. And I've, researching and preparing for this interview, have done some background research about you. And I want to get into your story because even for people who aren't into baseball, they certainly can connect with someone who had to overcome some obstacles and had to, bet on themselves and create their own future. But let's start with the Bananas because, and I know you coach other places, but whether you like it or not, Wikipedia is going to have you connected to Bananas for a long, long time. So if you've never seen it, we've got links to the Bananas and TikTok and all over our website, and you can Google it, follow it. It's really fun, but I don't want to compare it to the Harlem Globetrotters because that doesn't feel fair. But it's been compared to that. How do you describe it?
It's a little bit of everything all in one. I mean, if you think about some of the best entertainments in the world, we try to take a little bit from all of those and make it our own a little bit, you know? And so it's baseball, and then, all kinds of entertainment breaks out. We've created different rules of the game, and we call that banana ball. It's faster, it's more entertaining, it's more engaging, and we get the fans involved. I think that's the thing that makes us stand out more than anything. We break down the wall between player and fan. And, if you come to one of our games and you catch a foul ball, it's an out in the game. So you get to be a part of the game too. So it's special. And we just try to create never forget moments for fans every single night. And I think that's, been our foundation from the start.
Your goal has always been to be a coach, and your high school coach was one of the greatest high school baseball coaches of all time. And yet you're doing this entertainment thing. Do you feel at all like I don't want to use the word sell out, but like you're, lightening up the game? Like, how do you reconcile all of that? Because this part of your life is not baseball pure.
Yeah, the game of baseball has treated me so well. I owe so much to the game of baseball. And, growing up, I played for Eddie Collins. Eddie Collins is one of the winningest high school baseball coaches in the country. And I've always said, if I can be half the coach that he is, then I'll be doing a pretty good job. And he really set a foundation for me of how to be a man, how to go about your business, how to work your butt off, and how to win. We won 4 state championships in high school. That set me on a path of, kind of chasing a lot of those things, overcoming adversities. We were a small 2A high school in Oklahoma. And so we only had 25 baseball players come out to try out for the team. So there was no like tryouts or like cuts or anything like that. Basically, if you were a good person and you could breathe, you were going to be on the team, right? And so we would go compete against all these bigger schools that had thousands of students at their school, and they would have hundreds of players try out, and we would beat those teams. And so my entire life's been built around like, hey, face challenges, overcome adversity, and try some things that are new, and don't be scared of, stepping outside of the norm a little bit. And, I jumped on with the Bananas in 2018. Jesse Cole hired me, and I saw that as an opportunity to do something that nobody else was doing. And I felt like I needed that challenge in my life at that time was, how can we impact the most amount of people? And can we do things a little bit different that nobody else is doing? And we've kept pushing that button and making that a little bit better every single year.
And at that level of baseball, I've been to games at that level of baseball, not pro level, right? And it's or not, MLB level, and there's open seats. Your team, like it's hard to score a ticket.
Yeah, it's crazy. We've been selling out games since 2016. We started as a summer collegiate baseball league in 2016, and that year we started selling out games, and then we tried to just keep plussing it every single year. And the wait list has gotten bigger and bigger and bigger. We have 500,000 fans on the wait list right now to get tickets. We actually added 16 games to this tour just so fans could come to more games. Everything we do is fans first. This company started as fans first entertainment, and we talk about being fans first and entertaining always. And we always want to do what's best for the customer and the fan and create these raving fans. And it's been a special journey so far. We've got some awesome fans. Banana Nation is loud and proud, and we just try to keep creating those never forget moments each night.
And 5.5 million TikTok fans. I read that it was your idea to start TikTok for the Bananas.
Not
No?
mine personally.
Okay.
2020, this is how it all broke down, Christy. So 2020, during COVID year, we were one of the only baseball teams actually playing baseball that summer. Georgia was open, and we had some interns come in, and one of those interns, her name is Savannah. Funny enough, her name is Savannah, and she said,
Going to be really good in the Disney film. That really works for, whatever's going to happen in the future. Anyway, I digress. Sorry.
Yeah, so Savannah's awesome. She one of her ideas was, hey, we should start a TikTok. And so our owner Jesse Cole and the team, the front office said, okay, Savannah, this is your idea. You own it. We have ideas in our company all the time, and I think that's what makes us great is everybody can speak up and have a voice and say, hey, I think this is a great idea. TikTok was Savannah's, and she ran with it. And so over 6 months, we grew it quite a bit. And then when that 2022 tour took off, I think we went from like 500,000 followers to 3.5 million followers in like 6 weeks or something. It was pretty crazy. So it's continuing to get bigger, but that was all Savannah's idea. I can't take any credit for that.
Oh, I appreciate that because it's no surprise that you would get credit for things you didn't do. And what I love about that story, I talk to college students quite a bit, and I always tell them, work for some place where people listen to you, because these college students and these new graduates and 20 somethings are digital natives. These folks have skills and experiences that their boss and their boss's boss and their boss's 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 boss, they don't have. And I love that, not only was she in a place where Savannah could speak up and say, hey, have you guys thought about this? And someone said, go for it. That's awesome.
Yeah, we do things a little bit different around our organization. Everybody's involved. We have idea paloozas all the time where our entire organization gets in a room and everybody just throws around ideas, and then we try to figure out how to plus those ideas. And we come up with a lot of bad ideas, but within those bad ideas are some good ideas. And so we're not scared to test anything. A lot of times once we see it and we try it out, we're like, hey, you know what? Let's tweak that a little bit, and we make it a little bit better. And that's what we call plussing. And yeah, I think an organization that lets everybody's voice be heard, and I think helps everybody feel important and say, hey, I can throw out an idea and this thing might, help us go to the next level, and we want that to be important with the Bananas, and that's who we are.
And in any organization, the people who you don't see are people who make impact, right? And not every organization gets that, because, the Bananas are about the players, and that's who's all over the TikTok. But without Savannah, intern Savannah, not city Savannah, intern Savannah, they would not be as well known as they are. So it's a really great, reminder that it takes all. And the folks, behind the scenes are so important to making what's happening in front of the crowd all that it can be. And so people haven't watched the TikToks. They are like, I don't get it. Okay. So think about, for many fans, I'll just speak for every fan, and you might have to close your ears, Tyler, because I'm some of the stuff I say might be offensive to you, but as a baseball purist. Okay. So like a lot of people go to baseball games and they're like, man, it is too long. So boring, right? Oh my gosh, nothing is happening. Okay. So your games are like 2 hours max, right?
Yes, 2 hour time limit. Once the 2 hour time limit hits, we will end the game, or it goes to a showdown if the score is tied.
So folks who say like baseball is boring, it's not boring. And then there's in between, and there is an action on the field. There's the players are dancing, they're doing backflips, they're doing scenes from movies, they're goofing around, they're on stilts. It's amazing what these baseball players are doing. And that's why the TikTok has gone so crazy viral, and you're getting so much attention. But what happens, Tyler, when you get someone who's good at baseball, but they can't dance, or they don't have abs and you want them to keep their shirt on, but on TikTok, they do better when their shirts are off. Like, what do you do with those guys?
Let me tell you a story. Back in 2019, we had a player named Alex Deegan come play for us. And at that time, he was a freshman at the University of Kentucky. And he rolled into Savannah, came into Grayson Stadium through our big double doors, and his dad was with him. And this kid's like 6'8". He's a big kid. You can't miss him. And he rolls in. I go outside, I introduce myself, and he goes to the locker room, and his dad's outside, and we're chatting. And his dad says, "Hey, my kid's a great kid, but he's kind of shy. Once he kind of gets comfortable, he'll probably open up a little bit." And I said, "Okay." And so once our first game started, we have a script for every night of all the entertainment that we're doing. And at the end of the second inning, we always have a player dance. And usually that's 4 players doing a choreographed dance with our dancing first base coach. Okay. And so we said, you know what? It'd be a good idea to get Alex outside of his comfort zone and let's put him in that player dance. And ever since 2019, it was 2019 and 2020, Alex Deegan wanted every bit of all the player dances. Man, he completely got outside of his comfort zone. He wasn't a good dancer to start with. And then by the time he left Banana Land in 2020, all of our Banana Nanas, our senior citizens dance crew, they nicknamed him Alex Dancing Deacon. So sometimes you get in environments that you might be shy once you arrive, but the environment and the people in the organization kind of challenge you and change you and mold you a little bit to get outside your comfort zone and be the best version of yourself.
What a great story, because that is applicable to everyone. That, when you play it safe in life, the results, you'll never know what you're capable of. You have to get outside the comfort zone, and you have to be in a place where you're trusted, people around, people who are encouraging you, you trust, because you weren't putting him in a place where he was going to fail or it was going to, be devastatingly terrible for the rest of his life. It was something that was a safe challenge. And look what happened. What's he doing now? Is he still doing baseball or is he doing something else?
Yeah, he's still at the University of Kentucky, pitching at Kentucky. He was young when he came with us as a freshman, and so he's entering his senior year, actually.
And then he'll be a professional dancer.
Probably so. He's got his own dive, his own dance move called the dolphin dive. So you can imagine a 6'8" person like diving like this on their chest and doing this like dolphin dive thing. I don't even know. It's crazy.
It's almost like doing the worm, but giant.
Yes, that's exactly it. That's a great comparison.